What's going on, everybody? It's Rod with Pow Group. Welcome back on The Pursuit of Wealth, your home for MJ stocks, crypto assets, news, and interviews. Today is Friday, March 21st. It's spring. Welcome to spring. Hope you're having a great Friday. Hope you had a great week. It's a beautiful day today. I'm feeling fresh, feeling good. Hope you're doing the same. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about buying the dip. I bought the dip on Curaleaf stock today. I mentioned in my previous video that we had a weekly bear flag, and we since hit that target. So I've been waiting, just very, very patient. One thing I learned about the MJ industry, just like they say when you consume it, start low and go slow. That same concept can be applied to investing as well. And I've been very patient. Like I said, my entire crypto portfolio, my number one crypto holdings worth more than my entire MJ portfolio combined. And I've just been very patient, going to be rotating a lot of those profits soon, but I continue to just nibble. But I did go pretty heavy today on Curaleaf as we did get to that bear flag target, and we're very close to all-time lows. So we'll discuss all of that and more. We'll take a look at the chart, what to expect in terms of the price action in the days, weeks, months ahead. But as always, this is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. Never buy or sell anything based on anything that I say or write. In full disclosure, I own quite a bit of the stock. It's my second largest holding. And before we get to it, make sure to smash the like, subscribe, tick the bell, all that good stuff, and you'll be notified on any future content. And you can follow us over on X, formerly Twitter. Handle for that is @GroupPow. Going to be using that as my platform of choice going forward. I'm also working on a potential collaboration with a type of portfolio company, and hopefully soon I'll be able to. I'm meeting with them next week. Hopefully soon I'll be able to offer an additional service where you'll be able to see all of my trades, all of my portfolio in real time. So working on that, and they may even become a sponsor of the channel. So stay tuned for that. And I mentioned to the Pow Group private community members today that I'm working on an advanced course. More details will be coming on that soon. It should be released in the next few months, hopefully. I've been working very, very hard on it, and they take a ton of time to produce. And I've been very busy with my daughter, and I got a lot of great feedback from the original course. But you can just go to pursuitofwealthgroup.com or powgroup.ca, click on Academy. You can check out that original course, and that can get you by until the next one. I get a lot of people asking me as well when the advanced one's going to be out, and hopefully within the next 2 or 3 months. We'll take a look at the chart here on Curaleaf. So on the weekly time frame, we did have this weekly bear flag. So if you're curious how to learn how to set up your charts and use technical analysis, again, you can check out some of my courses, or you can join the Pow Group private community. Essentially, it's a group of almost 50 members now, where literally this is just what we do all day, every day. And we break down the charts. If you have any, chart requests, you can come in here and you can request it. Tons of people in the Pow Group private community now are getting so good at technical analysis. And, I'm getting a lot of people saying, it kind of sounded like a different language at first, but now there's some people in there that they just really get it. And, yeah, I'm not going to name any names because I don't want to leave anybody out, but I'm sure just by listening to my voice, if you're a Pow Group private community member, you know who you are. So this is the benefit of having a chart and understanding technical analysis and how it's used, is you can have an edge, right? It's not about a guarantee, it's about probability, right? And if you are looking at 8 or 10 different indicators, patterns, signals, that's what I like to use, about a combination of about 10. And when 8 out of 10 are bearish, well, I'm going to be bearish, right? And if I'm looking to buy, well, I'm going to be way more conservative. I'm going to be very patient. I'm going to start low and go slow. I'm going to add, I'm going to scale in maybe 3 or 4 orders. 5 orders. If 5 out of 5 indicators are bearish, well, it's kind of a neutral stance, right? But if 6 or 7 out of 10 are bearish, well, maybe I'll scale in 3 orders. If 8 out of 10 or 10 out of 10 are bearish, well, then I'm going to be very, very patient. I might go very, very small and scale in about 5 orders. So there's all these different things, and you can use it as a way to scale out on the way up as well, right? It's just as important to know when to buy and when to sell. But obviously, not telling you to buy, sell, or hold. You have to take it with a grain of salt and basically tailor that to your own situation, right? But if you want to come into the community and learn, we're more than happy to do that. More eyes on the market, the better. And it's just a great overall community. I truly believe we have the best crypto and MJ community on the planet, bar none. So this is why I love technical analysis. You literally can't make this stuff up. If you take your fib tool and you go from the high to the low here, once we started the weekly bounce, that's why we know that's their low, because we go from swing high to swing low. Once we started the bounce, meaning once we broke those multiple inside bars bullish, that means we were bouncing. Bouncing just means you're breaking the high of the previous candle, and this is the weekly time frame. So the weekly bounce was underway. If you lose the low of the previous candle, like we did here multiple times, that's weekly consolidation, just mean you're losing the low. So once we started the bounce, that is our range, and that is our indication that the weekly bounce was underway. So then you take your measured move there from the length of that Fibonacci level, and you move it out to your 0.32 fib, and it just means that it's a very weak bounce. Bulls don't really prove anything, and bulls and bears are still in full control. We're also quite a ways away before we see those EMAs cross bullish, the weekly EMA 12 and 26. So that added more confluence to the fact that we're more than likely going to see another leg down. And again, confluence just means a repetition of patterns. It's multiple pattern signals and indicators all singing the same tune, saying the same thing. And then we were expecting a measured move down here to about 133. And today we hit 129. So you literally can't make this stuff up. This is why I've been extremely patient on my ads. I went pretty heavy today on Curaleaf, not going to lie. I didn't add in my TFSA though. I'm just saving that. I found out that there's an XRP ETF pending in Canada. So I've only got about 40% of my TFSA, my tax-free savings account, which means this year, I maxed out my TFSA. So when you contribute to this account, you have a lifetime amount, and then you get an additional $6,500 or $7,000, whatever it is for that calendar year. So I maxed mine out, and then this year it was $7,000. So that means you get to contribute an additional $7,000 without paying any taxes to it. So I've contributed about 60% of that $7,000, and I'm just being patient because if an XRP ETF comes, I want to start loading up on that and holding for the long term, right? I'm talking multiple years, because all those gains are tax-free. So I'm just being very, very patient. But I did add Curaleaf today, and I'm fully prepared to smash the buy button like you wouldn't believe once I start to take crypto profits. I think it's only a mere couple of weeks away before I can really start to lock in some of my crypto profits, and then I'm going to be rotating it into a lot more beaten down MJ, and Curaleaf's going to be one of those names that I'm going to be looking to smash the buy button on. We are approaching the all-time low here on CURLF as well on the OTC. That is at 87 cents. Today we hit 90 cents. So we came within about 3 pennies of the all-time low, a little bit less than that. And like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if we did test that. We closed at the low of the day today, so it's not looking too hot. If we zoom in here, yeah, we're still in a daily downtrend as well, daily lower high and lower low. So this is potentially an inverse head and shoulders lining up here with how far away these daily EMAs are. I wouldn't be surprised if we formed a bit of a head here and then a potential right shoulder and a reversal, a bullish reversal, which would be an inverse head and shoulders, right? And it would look something like this. And, sometimes people are asking me, oh, is that a cup and handle? No, an inverse head and shoulders is something that happens at the end of a bear trend and then beginning of a new bull trend. A cup and handle is a pattern that occurs in the middle of an uptrend and then more continuation. It's a bullish continuation pattern. And again, I'll be explaining all of this in my new advanced trading course. I go over it a little bit in my my current course that we have. Again, you can just go to my website, powgroup.ca or pursuitofwealthgroup.com and check out the academy page for that. But yeah, as of right now, Curaleaf still bearish here on the stochastic. The MACD still bullish, but it's close to seeing a bear cross, and we're still below the 10-week moving average. So if we see the MACD cross bearish into next week, we could easily hit 75 cents USD, in my opinion, based on that. We just had a 50 and a 100 weekly moving average bear cross, and the price absolutely cratered as a result. So again, this is why I have all these different indicators, right? I'm looking at multiple different things. I'm looking at the rest of the sector. The rest of the sector has multiple weekly bear flags and daily bear flags. There's no activity at all in this space right now. Multiple names in Canada, reverse splits looming. CGC already had one. It did a 1 for 10 reverse split, and now it's at risk of doing another one. We're closing in on that $1 mark, and we have a daily bear flag targeting 98 cents, which would put us back into that reverse split territory. ACB's already had 2 reverse splits, and somehow people are bullish on that one again, right? Memory of a goldfish. So I don't think it's the end of the world, but it's something that these U.S. names would have to deal with eventually in the future once they uplist to the U.S. major exchanges. The reason why you're not seeing reverse splits everywhere, left, right, and center for these U.S. names is because they're only listed on the OTC or on the CSE or the TSX. We just had Curaleaf upgrade to the an uplist to the TSX, and I think TerraSend is the only other one. But I do think that uplisting to the NYSE and the NASDAQ, safe banking, I think that rescheduling is very possible at the bare minimum over the next year or two with the new administration. So we got a lot of work to do. Daily time frame still going to be at least a month or two. Well, maybe not 2 months, but at least a month and a half before we see a golden cross with the 50 and the 200-day moving average cross and get some relief here. Could see a relief rally. I think that we're in for massive rotation out of big tech into the medium and small cap names. I think market breadth is going to open up, market expansion, and then we're going to see money rotated at Bitcoin into the altcoins, during which that same time you'll probably see small and medium cap stock season during that alt season. So I'm very hopeful that we're going to see some news as well pertaining to MJ. But as I mentioned yesterday in the video, one of my videos, crypto is a $50 to $100 trillion opportunity by 2030. In Oxley's letter to shareholders yesterday, they said that basically by 2030, it's projected to be a $134 billion market globally. That's a drop in the bucket to what crypto is. There's a reason why the new administration, every second word out of their mouth is crypto and blockchain and AI. It's because the addressable market is like 100 times bigger, right? If not more. So, at the end of the day, we just have to call a spade, call it for what it is. Eventually, MJ is very, very popular. It will get its, turn in the spotlight. It's just that turn isn't right now. It's going to come eventually. But once again, happy Friday. Hope you have a fantastic weekend ahead. Let me know if you bought the dip on Curaleaf today. I think this is an absolute steal of a deal, and I'll continue to be loading up in the foreseeable future here. All right. Have a great weekend, as I said, and thanks again for joining us on the Pursuit of Wealth. It's Rod with POW Group. If you're looking for something to do this weekend, like I said, check out my website, powgroup.ca or pursuitofwealthgroup.com. Take advantage of those courses. Check us out. Come for a free trial into the POW Group private community. Tons of people signing up lately, and we'll see you on the inside. All right. Take care. We'll see you on the next video.